Oh, you're live. Need to take my camera thing off. Hey dudes, how's it going? T-Dog in the mouth. Oh, really bad. Really bad picture. Shouldn't be. Anyway, a friend of mine said we haven't been doing enough like inner work, which is correct. A lot of us are just complaining, spreading shit, you know, scaring ourselves a lot with this what's going on with the jibby jabby. I don't know, 142 people now that aren't here. But gotta watch what we say because they don't like the truth. But that's locally as well. Um, so what we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna do a couple of poems about self. If it if it resonates with you, cool. If it doesn't, well, cool as well. You know, we're all on our own little life paths, so you know, just trying to help each other. Empathy. That's what we do, my friends. Help each other. That's the flat Earth behind me there that we live on. It's a map of it. But here we go. Removal of CERN false imprints. Yeah. So, in the present moment, choose to acknowledge that I am present self that is talking now in every present co-creation with this knowledge of my ever-present manifesting, co-creating conscious I am present moving forward in this reality. Make a choice to audit all my belief systems and the moment of my inception and the fetus of my mother's womb, all impressed energies that brought to me through the shared reality are brought to a permanent spiritual court of equity, so I may go through the deep ancestral process of auditing what is my memories and what are the memories of others who are the belief systems being impressed upon me by my mother, my father, my cousins, my uncles, my brothers, or technology that is manipulating or manifesting around me. I choose to enter into the spiritual court of equity for a process of remedy and resolve. I am here to give justice of judgment. I am not here to give justice or judgment. I am at any subject matter. I am manifesting. I am a manifesting, co-creating, photonic being of sovereign light. I do not need the impressions of another world, not sourced in earth time. I am source. My memories are in earth time. As this I am presence, the upper spirit that functions in the rest of the quantum and entangled universe is sourced in universe time. So this being from above and this being from below, sourced on earth, source in universe. I no longer source in any other fraud time being impressed upon me now. Any being, sentience, consciousness, or technology trying to impress on me a fraud source time is hereby given spiritual court of universal equity. Notice to remove their impression of fraud source time or suffer from the simple law of universal cause and effect. I enter this into the earth Akashic records because cause and effect is what's being abused against me now in the universal laws. I have made a choice as to the ever present co creating manifesting being moving forward, source time in earth with the universal source time spirit. And that was Andrew Bartz's. Yeah. We are spirit, my friends, in there. We've been completely usurped. We've been completely fucking tricked, and we're trapped in this bloody shithole. Right. At the moment, at the hub of interconnectivity, this is from Jolly. She sent us these over. So thank you, Jolly. If you ever get a chance to watch this, I asked her for some, some manifesting stuff and some enlightened stuff and shit. Because we all need to relax and chill and, stop working and stop going to flipping, stop working for the man and wasting all our time, our energy, our creativity on working for someone that doesn't have any benefits except for a corporation, and it's not us. Right. At the hub of interconnectivity, this is quite long, but I unpack and decode 1 million letter celestial alphabet. I unpack and decode the 1 million letter celestial alphabet for the express purpose of being the celestial medium of peace. I dedicate this to all there is, was, and ever will be. I am the excellence of execution with flawed perfection. I am man, hear me roar. Meow. There comes a time for these destined for greatness when we must stand before the mirror of meaning and ask, why have we been given this courage? I am the mirror, the man. The courage is my birthright, the legacy of this world. This is the fifth world of peace. We must look into our own eyes. They are tired from long journey through the mediocrity. In the moment of self-discovery, many learn we are soul, tired of stagnation, soul, tired of repetition with our personal illumination. Our culture has become stagnant. Our society has become separate from reality, from these living within the denomination of currency. Money controls the world, and that's it. And once you get it, then you can talk shit power. It's all wrong. Separation of humanity created by the money-driven caste system of the byproduct of world government's inability to actually do anything that helps people out of their stagnation or cruelty put on them by the free market society, a system that uses free will to its advantage to create disadvantage for those that come into to the future generations. Our parents and their parents and their parents before them had a vastly different life before those of previous 1,000 generations. We have lost our way to create synthesis with our own selves. This speech is by design to challenge the readers and listeners in 900 degrees of separation from the creation of these words. Can you once again attain synthesis with yourself in this moment? Can you solve the greatest of problems, attention and its deficit, because our world screams with things that take us off course? Synthesis is not just a word, it is a state of personal freedom and awareness for growth within the patterns we create to promote our own evolution with our purpose and our place in the world. When in the course of our personal human event, there comes a moment looking into the mirror of meaning when something looks back at us in the raises of one's own awareness. A time when some ask questions of the self in reflection, and others lose track at the moment, lost in their own petty momentary need for physical justification. It is those few who choose to dissolve all beliefs and habit patterns that created habitual abuse of the self who are the ones destined for greatness in the world of mediocrity. Those self-chosen, few known the full power of self and the laws of nature, our nature's gift to us. It is our legacy and our birthright to be in synthesis with all there is, was, and ever will be. Each and every one of us has the inner fortitude to face the self-created demons of mediocrity. It will be choice and our ability to enforce our choices to last through the storm of self-doubt and self-deceptions. Each day we challenge ourselves to become more than we were the day before. We pass on the legacy of self to ourselves, so our greatness will not be forgotten to the evolving waves of time. This moment now, as you read or hear these very words of vast unseen world tunes into you, asking you to listen to the silence that expands your ability to know it, equal to this world and lay it over in through the forms of thought and perception. You, the only you, can discern the silence and know how the unseen world speaks to you. As I write and speak these eternal words, decoded from the 1 million little celestial, all of you feel the churning of wisdom and have known since the dawn of eternal births, the great remembering has begun. I know this because I feel you before this has ever been shown to another living person in this world. I have spread it to the rest of the uni-worlds, laid over all the forms of thought and perception for the express purpose of being the celestial medium peace. In this, we as a species, entangled with tens of thousands of other species, no longer have a battle for meaningless control or infinite space. Fear in the form of self-depravity, self-deception, egotistical actions redefines and drives so many of the uni-worlds to do things unnatural to their natural way of beings. Fucking right it does. We must face our fear of the unknown and know it is false evidence appearing real. We make it real, for we are the creations of our own reality. Too many of us hold false truths to be self-evident appearing as real now, deforming our ability to store memories without our perception, deception filters guiding us with fear-based actions, wisdom, driving us further in the charge and polarity of living in the layered uni-world, further into the charge and polarity. As the creators of our own reality, our self-truths are incumbent in our ability to be vigilant and disciplined, holding them as self-evident now, without perception, deception filters, guiding us back into fear, doubt, or of the many vices of depravity. Many of yous believe that greatest human powers of potential is within our ability to independently think, to choose your own goals and live our dreams. Within the heart of mankind lives the natural instinct to known freedom. Here exists the independent psychological predisposition to chart our own course. This is our biological imperative, directing us to grow, choosing the spiritual joy through this biological imperative in the essence of our essence, being one with it as part of us, as a programmable DNA instrument of awareness, as part of our choice-based system of belief, interwoven with the fabric of time, space, and reality. The history of our past actions all too often retells the tales of life traumas, repeated without learning how to heal from them, and nagging unhappiness with our path, lack of clear purpose, or anything that does not promote us as conscious beings of choice, who must go through thick and thin of life offerings from a world mired in mediocrity. Too many of our world cultures teach a blind desire to be judged worthy, lovable, accepted as part of the pack of conformists. We must learn about our hero's journey, the steps forward to do its work, its great work, regardless of the projections put upon by those around them, including loved ones who are still in the hypnosis of obedience and slavery. The hero's stance is frightening to those who unquestionably conform. You, as a hero, will not become subject to the tyranny of fools, and the fool's desire to entangle with you in the fool's mission of self-deception, which is what we've all done. Every one of us lie to ourselves, pretend that things are okay, take things we shouldn't, do things we shouldn't, listen to things we shouldn't, When I started reading this the first time, my phone decided to flip and give me notifications that didn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Just to piss us off, to stop me from doing what I was doing. You know what I mean? Too many of our species are lost to the abyss of unawareness, blissfully ignorant to all of nature's gifts within the joyous tick-tock of the now. We can no longer live in apathy of, which means don't care, of the moment of now. We must be present to reclaim our authority and its wonderful gifts that exist in the now, that were given away by the system of culture, mediocrity, depravity of our relationship with nature, wearing trainers, not touching the source. Well, what we live on. We're all part of the same flipping thing, my friends. We are the tiny dot there, and we are the whole. We're the universe, the single solitary blip in it as well. We mate from New Zealand there saying they're playing with the weather in New Zealand. Right. This is a form of cultural hypnosis, Kelvin. This is a form of cultural hypnosis that uses pre-weather. Right, sorry. If you choose to be the conscious being of choice in full awareness, your choice is yours to use, discard or give away to others. You and only you can attain personal freedom from the conformists who demand you conform. This is a form of cultural hypnosis that uses pre- and post-cultural hypnotic suggestions demanding you respond to the needs of others, pulling you into every choice point, changing the course of your daily evolution into meaningless pursuits of falser energies, emergencies, sorry. This creates an inner detachment of our clear intentions and actions. Personal evolution becomes a TV series with binge watching. Can't do it anymore. Don't watch any of that crap anymore. It is our birthright and our legacy we must explore with a clear heart, clear mind and knowingness. The world will demand you conform. We step into our greatness with these truths self-evident in our beings. In stages of action, reclaiming our power and authority to be ourselves without conforming to the whims and fancies of others needing to make us conform to their reality rules. Absolutely. All too often, mankind forgets the unnatural flaw of our life path is a distant vision of death driven us into choice points we adhere to with vigilant force. We stop our own evolution. The real truth is we only have these moments of now. There is no tomorrow. Tomorrow comes today. The byproduct of this form of thinking is present in the moment, detachment from natural living. This is unnatural to the way of nature, a creation by man's need to make others conform. He thought constructs and ideologies of the past generations demanding we make them relevant to grow. All too often, mankind does not have the vibrant awareness of its own emotions. Lack of emotions means one cannot feel the subtle energies that surround our body, mind, and spirit as a complex hologram of light encoded in memories. Lifetime to lifetime, we must choose to feel again and again. Each time you make the choice to feel, allowing the raw emotion to help define your course of action into your great work, so your great work can have a great impact on those you love. The choice to feel is your birthright and legacy. Every day we must challenge the gates of apathy and drive forward our hologram with our full presence and potential power of being in the now. There are things inside us that create self-sabotaging habit patterns. They certainly do. These habitual patterns take on the forms of unhealed traumas, rearing their heads during our times of internal crisis. Whenever we choose to be authentic with ourselves or loved ones, these patterns become programmed of potent power from denial of our self-growth. Throughout the many generations, thinkers, they call these programs our internal demons. Karmic debt that we allowed in the birth certificate. Our internal demons poison the well of inspiration, turn hope toxic and dispel goodwill into hatred, rage and anger. That's what's happened now in this truth movement. Our destiny is determined in large part of how we know our internal demons of self-doubt and self-deprivation. Yeah, when I went on X Factor, I didn't listen to these horrible things, these demons, these things that tell me that I'm worthless and useless and don't do it. And, fail, all that crap. And I concentrating on the positives of when I did perform and the rapture of applause and the people standing up. That's what I took in with us, not the flipping negativity. So, anyway. Our internal demons poison the well of inspiration, turn hope toxic and dispel goodwill into hatred, rage and anger. Our destiny is determined in large part in how well we know our internal demons of self-doubt and self-deprivation, how they use shame, blame, and guilt to distort our perceptions of people, places, and things, diminishing the potent power that can assist us in manifesting our dreams, desires, and needs, so we led and fulfilled life to a late I don't get that, sorry. Blame and guilt to distort our perceptions of people, places, and things, diminishing the potent power that can assist us in manifesting our dreams, desires, and needs, so we lead a fulfilled life. Absolutely. It's always there, trying to hold you back. Here we can, how we battle them and choose to win each day will determine by the metal you create within yourself. The path to self mastery begins with identifying your internal demons and flipping their frequencies on their arguments for your limitations. Find your arguments for success and challenge your internal demons to go back to the recesses of your mind and sit in the corner powerless to overcome your will to be a conscious being of self in these moments of now. For if you don't defeat your demons, who will? Nobody. The external. My friend, 48-year-old, yeah, Darren Thompson, born 3 days after me, we were best friends for years. He's a narcissist. He's now an alcoholic. Well, he was an alcoholic. Now he's in a care home because he wouldn't let anything out. Yeah, just wouldn't speak. Wouldn't, now it's drove him insane. He's now a weak little child from a man. That's the other thing pushed on us. A lot of people don't like me smoking weed. Yeah, that's my choice. Yeah, I don't push it on anybody else, and I don't flipping. It's not for everybody. Yeah, but people look at this and while they're drinking an alcoholic beverage which kills people. That's what's wrong with fucking this society. People are out there flipping thinking alcohol's good when it's fucking the worst fucking thing in the world, man. It leads to everything because it's full of fucking spirits and demons. Right, excuse me. Many wonders why we cannot mature as fast as we could, seeing others leapfrog ahead of the pack and conformists when we ourselves cannot advance. We are stuck in pause, waiting for permission to declare our dreams and true intentions, struggling with what we want out of our life walk. We await the time for personal courage to arise within us like a sexual stimulation, or for society to grant us permission to activate our inner genius and in turn activate the inner genius of others. This is the illusion and delusion all wrapped into a perfect enigma, surrounded by a conundrum of lack of self-worth. We have forgotten courage is a choice and permission is impetus to move with bold decisions. Action is not given by the global narrative or the impotent masses entrenched in mediocrity. To seek change is to go against the grain of those demanding confirmation to ideology and cultured patterns of limitations, truly advanced to the unknown within the choice to make a choice, letting go of fear, envy, and resentment, flying aloft in the wings of understanding, enjoying the reckless abandonment of shielding off the conformists. Will to suppress your desires to know the unknown. It is your birthright and legacy as a conscious being of choice on the path to self-mastery. The bold and disciplined invite need to grow. It is our saviour from the fearful masses who will never hold their power until they too are faced with the internal demons and shed off the needs of the conformed masses who have forgotten that courage is a choice. What awaits them is the presence of choice itself and potential power of living and the natural moment of how. At the edge of infinity, with my expression of being in the now, I unpack and uncode the unlimited point of view within my state of emanation. It is the valuables and varieties I choose to emanate that defines me through the history of the living, breathing manifestation of peace to all there is, was, and ever will be. It is now that the moment of now, understanding is uncoding with the internal pattern recognition of now. through the perception of the eternal self within my moments and of now that recognize and actualize all parts of myself. So a precognitive workforce may flow through all there is, was, and ever be. It is this actualization and valuation that drives forward my hologram of light. I like that. That's not bad. I've got one more to go through. Yeah, and hopefully this will resonate with you, my fucking people who subscribe to me, people who fucking slag us off, call us worse and shit. You know, see that there? Yeah, I'm not even going to throw it at you. Just see it. It's not worth it, my friends. Polarization of just life. It's just one big trick. Yeah, we're all one, and we've forgotten that. 13-month, the Aguila, the eagle. That's why the Freemasons use it and the elites, because it's a mockery. And 13, 28 days, 28, 2 and 10, 1. Yeah, sorry, 2 and 8, 1. Yeah, there's no 0, so it's just a 1. Excuse me, that's not fucking 666. Fuck off, people. I'm not a fucking anything like that. See, that's it. Fucking everyone's fucking sees something like that and they're like, yeah, look, he's a fucking Freemason. Absolute fucking stupidity. Absolutely. But we all do it. And it's just controlling it, my friends, and realizing there's plenty of shills out there. Anyway, accepting the fifth world of peace. Opening prayer, 4 doorways, expanding awareness. Blue Road ancestors, blue streak back. Day of internal victories. Today I am in service to fifth world of peace. I, in the ever-present co-creation moment of the now, connect my signature frequency of being with all aspects of myself in non-hierarchical order, so I may deconstruct the reality around me and create it once more without the global infrastructure of distraction and instant gratification guiding me into false sacrament moments. Well, that sentence in itself there is correct, except for the global, because it's not a fucking globe. Yeah, that's the thing. We're not on a spinning ball. We're on a flat plane. God. You know what I mean? The global fucking globe, my ass. That pisses me off, man. A lot of people at flipping gemstone, especially the people at the top, flipping think that it's a flipping round spinning ball, which I'm sorry, dudes. If you throw me out of the gemstone university for not believing in the round spinning ball bullshit, which is no proof of whatsoever, then dudes, that's just crazy. But you need to look into it, because anyone with a brain can fucking see it's not a fucking round spinning ball. Right, excuse me. See, another segregation, another polarization. Yeah, show me a spinning ball, you can't. Show me a flat plane, plenty of proof everywhere. There. Anyway, enough of myself. Where were we? So I may deconstruct the reality around me and create it once more without the flat plane infrastructure of distraction and instant gratification guiding me into the false sacrament moments of Great Spirit who gives life to all that is, was, and ever will be. I call to you in this sacred moment of infinite interconnectedness. Life is a series of interconnected moment-to-moment experiences blended with the I ams, you and I and everyone. Awareness of time, space, emotions, creating emotions, experiencing through the red road, time. I call to the eastern doorway of perception and ancestors who sit within the galactic and universal suns. Come with your clarity and illumination of eighth color time. That's what's coming, my friends. I activate octagon. You don't want us having the 8th octave. I activate my craniosacral pulse with the highest frequency of sun energy so I may know the heartbeat the earth mother feels and the womb of the universe. I am a fetus in the universe womb, dreaming this dream in perfect clarity. I call to the southern doorway of perception, the ancestors who teach us how to keep our internal waters in balance, to learn to connect back our sacred waters that surrounds us as fetus in our mother's womb. In our destiny manifest our pericardium of our eternal waters of life. I, in this ever-present connection, connected, I am self-moment, clear my sacred waters of life through the diminishing time streams, galaxies and universes. I call to the western doorway of dreamtime perception. I call to the 7 future generations of myself, my clan, my nation, my earth mother. Call, come hold sacred space. Come hold sacred space with my self-reflection of who I am, what I am, and how I dream this dream. My dreaming you and you dreaming me. The earth mother dreaming all of us in communion and union with source incarnate dreaming now. I call to the northern doorway of ancestral blue road relations, those that have taught us and continue to teach us of what equal co-creation from heart space means in living every moment to moment with all the sentient kind, sharing the common moral code of do no harm and any creature of kind. Do no harm to any creature kind. Expand my awareness of the northern doorway. I go deep into the blue road ancestral councils. I manifest my I am dreaming self in communion and union with the blue road council of elders, ancestors. I pass the blue road communion, talking stick to the chief elder of the north. Aho red road walkers. I see these words I say these words unto you. The generations of the past reach out to you. In the seen world no longer, we share the sovereign reality of do no harm to any sentient kind. We share our story with you. We share our teachings with you, so the future may exist. You are our living hope of continued service to all of our soul, family lineages evolving from the fifth world of peace. Manifestation in the earth, space and spaces. I pick up the talking stick and acknowledge the rites and passages with heart space, knowingness. I make the statement to all ancestors, past and present, future. We are generations of the now, bear the responsibility of acting in the now. With this knowledge, I tell the tales of ancestors, past, present, and future. I choose to be the eternal storyteller in the service of the fifth world of peace. I honor the passing of the torch of the blue and the red, accepting my place in the natural world as a living, breathing manifestation of non-duality, non-separation, dreaming. I am being, making ancient, future, now, real. I am connection. I connect the eastern and western doorways of perception with my I am presence. I unify my knowingness expression with the northern and southern doorways of the perception. I activate my DNA, super technology of communion and union with Source, incarnate now. I am now in eternal communal oneness with the north, south, east, and west of the news. Doorways of perception, I call upon all prayers I have ever created in this. I am lifetime to become manifest with this ever evolving will to pray and connect with our earth mother and our fifth world of peace. This is the day I make eternal sacred of my hall of Akashic records. This is my day of eternal victory. I summon all victories of this I am lifetime and all other I am lifetimes. This soul has been since the dawn of blue and red. No time I construct my eternal hall of personal victories so that I am selves may experience the victories of life. Bless me as I walk the sacred soil. Bless me as I breathe the sacred air. Bless me as I warm myself with the sacred fires. Bless me with your sacred waters of life. Bless me with learning to walk with personal power. Right, I'm going to go over that there. That bless me means be less of yourself. So, what can we change? Bless me. It's not blessing. Be lessing. Tell you what. I am me as I walk this sacred soil. I am me as I breathe your sacred air. I am me as I warm myself with sacred fire, and I am me with the sacred waters of life. I am me as I learn to walk with personal power. Today I travel the great unknown. Grant me the wisdom of the humble. Grant me the wisdom of love, even with love is not returned, which it isn't many a times. Grant me with the knowledge to balance my way of being, so I may heal my families, my tribe, my nations, and our Mother Earth. Today I am of service of the fifth world of peace. T-Dog H. Truth Dog. And I hope that resonates with you, my friends. That's quite a lot of it did with me. And that's right. We have been completely and utterly fucked up. We've been completely and utterly messed up. We haven't got a clue. We wear trainers. We don't touch sauce. We don't communicate with enough people enough. You know what I mean? Even a lot of these truthers don't speak to each other. They're very scared. I mean, we haven't got time to speak to everybody, like, but you know, a lot of people are very introvert, very narcissistic, and it's about getting the balance, my friends. Chaotic. Chaotic, chaos and order. We are at the very point in time when a 400-year-old age is dying and another is struggling to be born. The shifting of culture, science, society, institutions enormously greater than the world has ever experienced, ahead of possibility of recognition of individuality, liberation, community, and entities such as the world has never known, and harmony with nature, with one another, with a divine intelligence such as the world has always dreamed. There are not many words of theoretical dreamer. There are not the words of a theoretical dream, but the pragmatic founder and CEO emeritus of the largest commercial enterprise on earth, Visa International, birth of the chaotic age, is a fascinating inside story of Visa's creation and how people of institutions of every conceivable language, culture, currency, race, and economical and political persuasion were linked together with a commonly owned 1.5 trillion non-stock for-profit organisation, which owner members simultaneously engaged in the most intense cooperation and fierce competition. Birth the Chaotic Age is a gripping novel of every word written in extremely concerned manner, was convinced we can and must create the kinds of organisations that a livable world demands. D. Hock skillfully weaves together the story of Visas with his own remarkable life story and visionary philosophy to describe the new form of organisation he calls chaotic. He presents practical concepts of ideas and constructive challenges our beliefs with the nature of our world and about transforming leadership, business, and society. Well, we all need to realise that we're flipping exactly the same, but completely different. Yeah, whichever way you want to define that, we are exactly the same, as in we are biocrystalline virtual reality projecting units, and we have our own sovereign I am integrity, and the best way is to bring it all together, everyone together. You know what I mean? Instead of the segregation. And it's possible, my friends. It's possible if you fucking believe in it, and you know you want it. You want it. You find the right people, like Gemstone University. I hope they are. I really do. There was a lot of fighting in house, and there's a lot of, I don't know. Let's see, but proclamation of peace. King David Joel. I've spoken to him, congratulated on him, and actually correcting his status and standing. He replied back with a couple of Was it a key and something else? Was it? Have a quick look. Key and something else. There it is. A key and a gem. So, yeah, the new king, David Joel. Get behind it, my friends. Proclamationofpeace.org. Kingdom of David. David. Yeah. Become part of the ecclesia, the living body, and help fucking create a better world for ourselves, my friends. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm waiting for. Yeah, they want to fucking create. Waiting. I'm poised, but like everything, dudes, we all need educating, and our education's being complete fucking garbage. Everything from the fucking round spinning globe to the sun being outside of the miles, a million miles away, to space, to NASA meaning deceive. Everything NASA's deception. We've never been on Mars. We've never been off the plane. We've never been further than the dome above us, and I don't think we ever will, because we're inside a computer game. We are literally biocrystalline virtual reality projecting units stuck inside a. Look, there it was 41 and 14. Stuck inside a source. Honestly, like a computer. We can't escape. Everything inside there can't escape except for one way. From another phone to another phone. Maybe there is portals and all that shit. You know what I mean? There has to be. If we can't get out of here, and all the elites that claim that there's gods and all that, and they fucking, they can't get out. A lot of people claim aliens, lizards. What is the truth, dudes? What is the truth? David Windmiller says that he got his powers from UFOs. There's got to be more worlds than us, without a shadow of a doubt. And a lot of people will show you that there is different worlds like ours in different places, and there is. I mean, if you look at They Live, which tells you how to defeat this, is get over TV, get hold of the TV and tell live vision, and people will wake up that way. But TV is controlled by the elites, and has been, to my knowledge, from the 60s, possibly longer, because they controlled it in the 40s. They knew it was a mind control system then, but they still used it, obviously, because we're just animals on a farm, dudes. We are literally chattel, and they know it. We are literally, if you look at your passport, I'll show you. On your passport, it says, before your name, it says P. Yeah, see that there? Before my name, P. T is before the GBR, Great Britain, Harrison. Yeah, and you can see there, it says there, P. Yeah, that means peasant or pauper. Yeah, that's our title. That's what we are, peasants and paupers. Yeah. The pharmaceutical business runs the world. Yeah, well, yeah. Pharmaceuticals spelt P, harm, peasant harmer. Yeah, we're the peasants and they're the harmers. So you need to wake up to that as well. Literally indentured debt slaves to a bankrupt franchise owned by the Vatican, the big V, the Vril lizards, the Vil, everything. The Vatican, vaccine, the V of the Freemasons. Flip it upside down, and what do you have? A pyramid. And the pyramid is the triple state: Vatican, Washington DC, and the City of London, the banking. The Washington DC being the military, the Vatican being the spiritual, which runs everything. and City of London being the banking system, which was created by the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the black nobility, created the Netherlands, which is the underworld, took over the Templars. Some of the Templars ran to Switzerland and created the banking system. House of Orange, which is OR, which is 33 in numerology, and created the first ever banking systems after the Templars took over their Templars, the goodness they were doing it the right way, and the Nazis took over, created Switzerland, created the banking system in CITI of London, and it has the IC, which is 111666, City, which is the I, the T, the cross in the middle, I, City of London. That's our prison. A bit like this. There's the two pillars. Ba, Anu and Ka, Sha, Ra and On, or Is, Ra and El, Israel. And the way out is within, my friends. It is to go inside the matrix, correct your status and your standing, and basically become the owner of your birth certificate instead of the crown owning it, and become a sovereign, not a sovereign being, because sovereign means massive anus. But there's two bits on that. One could be the anus as your asshole, or one could be Anu, Anunnaki, Ra, which is basically enlightenment, basically. So, if you're a massive Anu, you're a massive light or a massive asshole. So we have sovereign integrity, and become in the private. We have our unalienable rights back once you've taken your steps back through the doorway that you walk through. So what can I finish up on? Inspiration. One World Tartaria, the Tao of that's what it's all about, my friends. The old pharaohs. There's the scepters that they're holding there. This is the people that run the world. The Egyptian pharaohs. Yeah. If you want to know the news, north, east, west, and south. Right, dudes. The only way is out is to go within and meditate. Feel nature. Feel the flipping, everything around you. One time when I was waking up, probably a year and a half ago maybe, I woke up and I heard my red quilt cover and my blue quilt cover arguing. And I couldn't understand I just knew they were arguing, and I turned around and I was like, "Will you two shut up?" And I thought, what the that was freaky, that, man. So I phoned Sue. And I said, I've just heard my red and blue quilt covers arguing. And she went, "Oh, colour clashing." She said, "I've done a course on it." And it was like, wow. So it's a real thing, dudes. Everything's living. Everything's got a conscious of some sort. Food, furniture. Everything's the same. Everything's got a purpose. Everything's got feelings, And we, by the way, we've been manipulated into arguing and warring and stuff like that. I'm sure it rubs off. It rubs off. Yeah, so instead of spreading hatred and all that crap, you're best off trying to, spread light, spread happiness, smile, say hello to people, say how was your day, You know, I see somebody who looks pissed off, you know, offer them a bit of, you know, shoulder and ear to speak to, where I personally do it all the time and I get gratification from it. And it might be selfish, but hey, it's not a bad selfishness, eh? But T-Dog, bark bark, yip yip, peace, love, light and unity. Yeah. I am, you are, we are.